Hello and welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So Intel is reportedly working on something which is extraordinary. Basically, Intel is working on Nova Lake AX APU, which enhances iGPU performance with plenty of Xe3 cores. So essentially what they are doing is like they are making Ryzen AI 9, AMD's equivalent of Ryzen AI 9, which is their Hello Point GPU APU, which comes with those RDNA 3.5 cores and essentially 24 compute units, and it is an absolute monster. It's an APU which is similar to performance of a lower end discrete GPU, and essentially Intel is reportedly working on it, a high end laptop SoC that combines a massive 52 core CPU complex, which is insanity. 52 cores with an expanded Xe3 graphics style, while Nova Lake S will be arriving in 2027, followed by Edge and X mobile variant, which is to be there. The AX model will debut later as the flagship SKU, and it will be based on Intel 6th generation Fabrics technology. It will have two compute tiles, each one with 8 Covette core P cores and 16 Arctic Wolf E cores, and a separate low power island with 4 low power cores, giving a total of 52 cores. Insanity over there with all those cores, and along with it a separate cache boost passive tile could add over 100 megabytes of L last level cache. 100 megabytes of cache for all those cores is needed, which fits both the CPU core as well as Celestial X E3 iGPU, and it will have up to 20 to 24 Xa3 cores. Do note Intel's mid-range, the high-end graphics card comes with 20 Xe2 cores at this current point of time, and this bad boy, which is an integrated CPU with a GPU, comes with 24 up to 24 Xe3, which is their next generation Xe cores architecture. It is going to be an absolute monster, and yeah, Intel should do it, and Intel should provide this cores, and it will be insane. And next up, NVIDIA is reportedly preparing an RTX 6000D for Chinese market to comply with US export controls, fabricated on TSMC's N4 node featuring GDDR7 memory capable of delivering 1100 of bidirectional bandwidth. So essentially they are making a server side GPU only for Chinese market, and it will be based on modified Blackwell based architecture. And yeah, it is because of the export restriction imposed by US. And lastly for today, NVIDIA's neural texture compression combined with Microsoft DirectX cooperative vector reportedly reduced GPU VRAM consumption by up to 92%. So essentially what is happening is NVIDIA was working on this neural texture compression technology, and and Microsoft worked on their DirectX cooperative vectors, and when comparing those two side by side, it will cause, not side by side but together, it will cause up to 90% texture reduction. And a demo rendering test shows that NVIDIA's NTC could bring in massive performance improvement with DirectX ray tracing 1.2. So what happened is someone was able to incorporate these two technology into one, and as you can see from the demo, when transcoded for 2600 frames, it consumes 79.38 megabytes. But when using this technology, we are getting it essentially to 9.2 megabytes, which is absolutely like 90% reduction. And yeah, you will say it is just a demo, and game doesn't utilizes this. Game utilizes more textures and stuff like that. But in gaming, it's a different scenario where half of your VRAM is allocated for those models, for those textures, and other half of the VRAM is allocated for the game logics. And essentially if you have a 16 gigabytes of card and you're playing say Doom Eternal or Doom the Dark Ages, from the 16 megabytes, 8 megabytes will be for those textures, texture qualities and stuff like that. And what this says is, if you take this into consideration, if it's 8 gigabytes, Then when using both of these technologies, we are essentially reducing it to almost 1 gigabytes or 2 gigabytes, and rest of the logic for those materials to behave and stuff like that will be in rest other 8 gigabytes. So essentially we are getting the performance, essentially we will get a better performance with 9 gigabytes of data, and rest is remaining free if this technology is incorporated correctly. But essentially what it will do is it will make those low end graphics card with 8 GB of VRAM pretty relevant in this day and age where we knew that hardware requirement for graphics card has ballooned. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.